Welcome to day 19 of moving from inaction to at least imperfect action. And something which is extremely important and has been going on in my mind is that ki, how really uncomfortable can be things. Like, we think that, okay, maybe, all of these things I was talking about, ki, maybe you can think about this as the last day of your life. Maybe you can think about this as, you can think about that, okay, what if you just have nothing left? Maybe you have 6 months left. Will you be able to, will you be doing all of these things? Will you still be getting distracted? Will you just be watching something stupid, or will you be working on whatever you want to? Will you be acting upon it? Mentally, all of this absolutely makes sense that, okay, let's pump it up. It's our last day today. Why should we go around, wasting time watching Instagram reels, just sitting around, not working out, or whatever is your goal? Why are we doing that? But still, even if I come motivate you, and if I motivate myself and be like, oh, if what if this was your last day, or what if this was your last week? But still, sometimes we just don't care, even if we know that, okay, maybe it might be. But then our mind is like, oh, come on, it's not your last day, Somit. You should know that this is not your last day. We have a lot of days left, and you are young. You should actually chill and relax. So it is always going to be, I would not say a battle between you and your mind, but it is always going to be a challenge between you and your mind. And the beautiful thing about this is the impact of words we use. Again, like, अगर हम लोग battle की word use करते हैं, that means that there is going to be something that, okay, one wins, one loses. Challenge is basically that we try to surpass it, we try to get better, we try to give our best, and then we can proceed according to that. It doesn't have to be that, okay, you have to defeat the other person, or you have to defeat someone. You don't have to defeat your mind. You have to go along with your mind. Of course, you cannot defeat your mind, because you and your mind are not different as such, right? We have to be together and work on something that is really important. So it is very important to reframe our words of whatever we do. If, let's say, I want to wake up early tomorrow, it is a challenge. It is not going to be a battle. Oh man, how do I wake up in the morning? It is going to be a challenge. Okay, let's try to do this. Let's try to explore this. That is what we could try. And it's basically these frameworks, right? So I was talking about the last day framework, right? What if this was the last day of your life? But still, if, let's say you're procrastinating, or let's say, even I do that. Let's say I procrastinate. Then how do I try to deal with it? Is that I try to understand that this is all about my foundation. This is all about my habits that I have. Even though if I keep saying, okay, for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, that, oh, what if this was my last day? What would I do? What would I not do? Will I keep acting around it? But what has been my habit? My habit has been inaction. My habit has been not working on things that I want to be working on. My habit has been, so that ultimately habits shape up who you are. They shape up your identity, and then eventually what happens is it just doesn't matches, right? Your habit is somewhere else and you want to be somewhere else. There is a gap. Who will bridge that gap? It's you who's going to bridge that gap. What does that constitute? Action, basically. That action is what will help you bridge that gap. If you do not take action, you will be in that identity. You aspire for something very highly. For example, I want to become someone who is very rich, who is wealthy, who has a beautiful wife, beautiful girl, boyfriend, girlfriend, anyone. And I want this, I want that, gadi, bangla, sab kuch chahiye. But then what do your actions say? Your actions say that, okay, I'll just chill for an hour, I'll just chill for 2 hours, I'll watch a movie every day, or whatever. I'll chill a week, everything. There's a big gap. You have to bridge that gap by taking small actions. And it is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not going to tell you it is going to be comfortable. The deadline part makes it challenging. It doesn't make it comfortable. We have to be aware of that fact कि comfort नहीं रहने वाला है. It will only, the deadline part will motivate you, it will encourage you to do those things. कि हम ये कहते हैं कि हाँ, what if this was last day, or what if this, that just gives you a deadline to work. But that work is going to be uncomfortable. You have to accept that fact. I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you learned something new out of it.